All right. Let's get started. Let's talk about this Cardinals win. Let's talk a little bit about the offense. Maddie, what are your thoughts on what you saw from the offense?
It was nice to see George Kittle get utilized, like I think the way he should be. Like they kind of fed him like a wide receiver one, which is I think anything we've ever asked for, right? Especially based on everything else that is going on with that offense right now. So, for him and I would say him and Christian McCaffrey both to kind of be like wide receiver one, or wide receiver two, and then everybody else is just kind of like just there, kind of contributing. I think that's the best way to go at this point. Like those are your strengths. It was a great, great, great team to bring Brock back against, right? It was a perfect setup. It was just a perfect. It's at home. It's like kind of like a homecoming game for him. You know what I mean? It's just it was all of it. You know what I mean? It was very. It was good. It was just a good. It was a real feel good win. And the fact that the special teams came out right away and made things easy, right? Set the tone for the offense. I mean, I can't remember the last time there was a one play, 1 yard drive for a touchdown. Like that's I like off the top of my head, I can't think of too many. Ronnie, how you doing, buddy? Just a ton of them. It just it was a little wild there for a while, and they made Jacoby Brissett kind of look like early '90s Drew Bledsoe running the no huddle and going crazy there for a while. But I mean, who's going to run the ball? Like they had nothing else they could do. It was throw it to Michael Wilson or throw it to Trey McBride, and that was it. So that's just what they kept doing. So all around, like a pretty solid effort. I'm not ready to start making Super Bowl plans yet, down Van Ness and everything like that, Van Ness and everything like that. But it was a definite feel good win. Now I want to see them come out this week and follow up on that win and not do this win loss, win loss, win loss garbage that
Right.
poverty franchises do. That doesn't work here. So
Yeah, you know what too? I also like that Juwan Jennings was more involved.
yeah, and he wasn't a net negative, right? Like he doesn't have to be the star of the show,
No.
right? Like he needs those one or two third and Jawan catches, right? That energizes everything. And then he becomes a really great weapon down in the red zone when you have Kittle and when you have McCaffrey. And maybe if you could, I don't know, find a way to use Kyle Juszczyk and Brian Robinson all at the same time. I don't know. I think there's crazy things you can still do at the goal line that they still haven't even touched yet. And I'm hoping now that there's a little more continuity on offense to do that. So a lot of stuff to like. A lot of stuff to like.
What do you think, Dina?
Yeah, like Maddie said, continuity. It was great to see everybody working as a unit. It was really nice, like you said, a good comeback for Brock. And I thought the offense looked great. Little missteps here and there, but other than that, Kittle was being used. And I thought about you, Jess. When I saw him out there, I said, Kittle in the middle. There he is. Jennings was being utilized and came through. And it was nice to see Robinson out there at the same time also. Getting some reps in, and he looks really good. Looks really good. And I was very happy to see that there was some spark to the game. There was some spark to the team, rather, and if they can hold on to that type of momentum and, like Maddie said, continuity, we got it.
What do you think, Ty?
Yeah, the offense was great. This is what I've been calling for 2 seasons. Only been calling for this, but it was great to see them out there performing at a high level. Putting the ball into the end zone consistently, 4 out of 5 in the red zone is great. Could have been even more if we just block better. But I'll take it. You saw the offense run the way it's supposed to be run. Number one option, CMC getting the ball. Number two, George Kittle getting the ball. Number three, Juwan Jennings getting the ball. And it goes from there, right? The people that were supposed to get the ball got the ball. And we got the other ancillary players mixed in, which is great. It's always great to hear the crowd yell "Juice" when he makes a good play. So we could definitely use him more. I still would like to see Brian Robinson more, but I thought the offense executed just very well, very well. They got helped out by the defense and special teams, giving them short fields. But the key is they capitalized on it, right? When they had those short fields, they punched it in. They made it happen. And that's what we want to see. So it was great to see an efficient offense. And this has been coming for the past 3 weeks, right? We saw this kind of building up. And now with the return of Brock, the Captain America, the head of the Avengers, we saw it really kind of just all come together. So I think this is a good sign, a positive sign. And this is what we should be seeing for the rest of the season.
To piggyback a little bit on what Ty just said with Brock Purdy, I think there's a lot of stuff out there right now. Brock, Mac, Brock, blah, 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 right? You can tell that Brock Purdy has been in this offense for 3 years now, 4 years now. Okay. There's a difference. He's unlocked higher levels of play. Mac Jones has the offense down. Okay. He's got the basics down and all that. But the advanced stuff and everything else, and that's been the difference for this offense, especially in the red zone. And you noticed it the other day. It's not just because it was Arizona. I can promise you that. Because honestly, coming back against a division opponent, even if they're not great, it is honestly one of the worst things
easy
in the world because they've
No.
seen all your plays, right? They've seen
They
almost
know
every
us.
variation of everything. So for what we saw from Mac and what we saw with Brock the other day, like it shows you to me what happens when you find your quarterback early and get to keep him in that system the whole time, as opposed to having to find your place, having to making your way downtown, and you're homebound. Apologies to Vanessa Carlton. You know what I mean? Like, he's still looking for his way. Like, even after this year, he's going to be somewhere else next year. He'll be in Minnesota or doing whatever next year, right?
Maybe.
Like, very
Maybe
good
that's if we decide
possibility.
to trade him.
Exactly.
Maybe
Somebody's
we
going to
don't
have to
trade him.
somebody's going to have to overwhelm. We don't even have to trade him if you don't want to, but my guess is somebody's going to overwhelm based on what I'm seeing for quarterback play out there right now, right? So this is why Brock was so important. Okay. Like this is why getting him back was so important, and why getting him back 100% healthy, not 85% with a chance, cloudy with a chance of meatballs, in other words, and with a chance of re-injuring immediately. This is why it was so important to get him back healthy and right, and why it was so important for him to take the time that he needed to come back healthy. So this was great. This was the best possible case scenario for the San Francisco 49ers and Brock Purdy the other day.
It was a difference too. Brock's mobility.
Huge difference.
I didn't really think he moved that much, but
No, but just
he
kind of
looked good.
when he moved to like extend like certain plays, whereas if you put like, I'm not knocking Mac Jones. I think he did a incredible job in there, but you can just tell the difference.
Yeah.
It's Steve DeBerg to Joe Montana in terms of mobility, quite frankly. I'm not saying Brock Purdy is Joe Montana, but in terms of like the actual ability, Steve DeBerg was not a runner by any means. He was a lumbering pocket passer.
He was a straight up pocket guy, yeah.
Threw as many interceptions as he did touchdowns. Stop me if you've heard of anybody who's done that before. So there's some very similar comparisons between the two. And this offense is super it really does occasionally need a shot in the arm from the quarterback's legs, no matter who it is. So it's good to have somebody back there who has that ability. And Brock's rushing ability is so underrated. So honestly, maybe we don't even talk about it because I don't want coaches to even think about it, quite frankly.
What I also liked was Brock calling an audible before George Kittle's first touchdown.
Yeah, he saw the play. He saw what defense he was in, and he checked to the second play in the play call, which was smart for him to do. He saw the mismatch, and as we say it all the time, you see Kittle out there with a safety on him, man coverage, check to it, check to it. No one can guard him. Check to it, and they were in the perfect defense. Oh my gosh, it was too easy.
He just took him with him. He
Yeah.
just took him with him as he's moving along. Come on for the ride.
Advanced levels of offense and experience in this offense, right? Like, yeah, maybe Mac Jones sees that, but I don't think he does. And does he have the confidence or the chutzpah to just switch it and be like, "Hey, I see this over here. We're going to do it."
Mhm.
I don't know. That's not a knock on him. Like he's
No.
he's in his first. This is his first year.
First year,
And
right?
I know you guys know that, but like, just in case anybody else out there was wondering, like,
Yeah.
no, he's not. He's an intermediate player, right? And like, Brock is on All Pro, right? Whatever the levels are for Madden, he's on the highest level.
He's
right?
all Madden, and Mac Jones is all.
He's all Madden.
Yeah.
He's on the all Madden level in this offense. There are probably
You
things that he knows in that playbook that Kyle's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot about that once in a while." Like,
we discussed this weeks ago how Mac Jones is playing very well. Tip of the cap to him. Love what he's doing here, but Brock just takes it to a different level.
Mm-hmm.
He's the starter. He's been here. He knows the players. He knows the offense. He knows how it should be executed. It's a different level. The talking heads, of course, try to make something of it. Just ignore that white
Keep on going.
noise. Yeah. And just stick with what you know. We all know Brock is the guy. We know how he performs. And Sunday, he showed that.
Yeah, some big heads are even, retracting what they're saying about, Brock Jones, Brock Purdy, and Mac Jones. Brock Jones. All right, so let's grade Purdy's performance on his first game back. Go ahead, Ty.
I give him an A-. Some very good things, still some sloppy things in there, but A- overall. He played very well. I really can't complain.
Go ahead, Dina.
B plus.
Why?
Well, like what Ty just said, there's some things that could be improved. I give him a high B plus. But again, I was glad to see him out there, and he looked great. And I give him a high B plus.
Maddie?
Yeah, I was gonna go B plus as well. Basically based on the fact that like, and again, this isn't a knock. I frankly, this is probably for him to get an A plus, he probably would have had to throw 4 touchdowns and just one incompletion. He had a couple of potential interceptions out there, like whether it was based off of miscommunication, whatever, right? Those things happen. I mean, he hasn't played since week 4, week 5. Like, okay, like, let's have a little bit of realistic stuff here. And also, like, he's working with an all-pro tight end and an all-pro running back, but he's not working with all-pro wide receivers right now. He's working with good wide receivers, but he's not working with all pros. And he doesn't have the same relationship with Kendrick Bourne that Mac Jones did, right? So that's like a whole different, and I still don't know what the hell's going on with DeMarcus Robinson. Like, he just drifts in and out of timelines. Like, I don't know what he's got going on. Like, there's DeMarcus Robinson, then he's gone again for 3 weeks, and then DeMarcus Robinson comes back and makes the catch, and then he's gone again for 3 weeks. It's stunning. But for what he did and what he had out there, and also the fact that Jake Brendel's still the center, B plus. You know what I mean? Like, I could see him mastering this a little bit more, and he'd probably admit there was some stuff left on the field. So yeah, B plus.
I am gonna go with Ty and say A minus.
Why so?
What's that?
I said, why so?
Well, as everyone's saying, there was still, stuff that's left out there. And there were a couple plays where I'm sure the throws he would love to have back. And that's about it. All right, let's switch over to the defense. Now, some people may think that the defense is still a concern. What do you guys have to say?
I don't think so. For me, I thought the defense played very well. If you look at it, they only gave up 16 points, had 3 turnovers, controlled the game, right? Dictated things, did not give up, gave up 1 or 2 big plays, but that was it. It was a struggle out there for the Arizona offense. And I mean, we were so far ahead. Robert Saleh took his foot off the gas. I mean, all gas, no brakes was not true in this game. He took his foot off the gas, took his foot off the brakes. He was in cruise control. I didn't like that, but still, we were up. Hey. So I thought they played very well. They came out, took control of the game early. They allowed that first early drive. But after that was shut down city for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Kyle's teleconference the other day, he mentioned that, the defense intentionally played soft coverage.
They did. You can see it.
Arizona in front. Yeah.
You can see it. Jacoby Brissett likes to push the ball downfield.
Yeah.
Right? So they played back. And I know, like, I see, who's that? Steve-O in the comments talk about 47 completions. I'm not giving you the answer on that one. I give away the answers a lot on this show. I'm not giving away the answers this time. Go look at those completions. Go look at where they occurred.
Yeah. You're not seeing that with a young quarterback because a young quarterback isn't going to take that, right? Jacoby Brissett's been around the block now for almost a decade and is a high-level professional backup in this league. So he's going to be like, oh, they're giving me a free 12 yards to Michael Wilson every friggin' time.
It wasn't even 12. You're overshooting it by a lot. By a lot.
Anywhere from 6 to 8 typically, and it was there.
Wasn't
right?
even 6 to 8. You're over. I'm giving away the answer. Let me stop. Let me stop.
But as like this is like back in the olden days when there used to be a lot more just kind of, we used to call it garbage time. Opening day against the Lions 2021. It was 41-8 or something going into the fourth quarter or some crap like that, and they got it down to 1 score with 2 minutes left. We've seen this team do this before, right? And they're kind of also, this defense right now, this current iteration of this defense is trying to figure out who the hell they are, right? So, because they don't know who's playing on a week-to-week basis. So they really don't have much of an identity, right? Like, what do you got right now? And it's good to see the secondary finally getting some turnovers because that's huge. Like this secondary getting a little swagger, picking the ball off a little bit really helps quite a bit. It would be great to see some more sacks from literally anybody, but at this point I will continue to be okay with the turnovers.
Yeah. I would rather, I know I hear you, Maddie, in saying, you'd rather see more sacks, but I would rather more pressures than sacks, really, just making the quarterback uncomfortable and then that opens up possibly, the turnovers from the secondary. I thought the defense played well. The run defense gave up 36 yards. And then Upton Stout's forced fumble on the goal line was huge. So yeah, I mean, this is a good boost for the defense in a positive way moving forward. Dina, what do you think?
Yeah, I was very impressed with the secondary. I was very impressed with them. It was about time. It's like, yes, shine, boys, shine, please. I thought it was great seeing a secondary move. I thought the defense played very well. And they were on them. They were like right there. Like that one hit. Oh my God. I don't even think the guy moved. It's like one of the Arizona guys ran into a brick wall. Boom. He was like right there. So that was great to see. And it was, again, that momentum. They had that upward momentum. Keep going. And I agree with you, Jess. I'd like to see more pressure. I think when you take the quarterback off a square, and have him shake up a little bit, throws him off for a while. That would be great. But there was some good plays, some good pressure plays, I should say.
Well, remember the Diamador Lenore interception.
Oh
came
my
off of
God!
pressure.
Yeah,
So-
they were right again. They were right there. The pressure was there. But if they can do that a few more times, I'd be happy. But I thought defense looked really tight. As far as being a cohesive unit, even Brendel.
As you say that with a straight face.
Uh-huh.
I'm trying.
Look at you giving props to Jake Brendel.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on the defense?
Nah, I liked it. I didn't like the soft coverage. I saw it all game long, and I was like, ugh.
Yeah, I
It
wasn't
was
a fan
annoying.
of
But like I said, they played well. They kept them off the scoreboard. I understand the bend don't break philosophy. Nothing cheap, nothing deep for what Brissett likes to do. I get it. And we'll probably see more of that this upcoming week, which we'll talk about later. But, I would like to switch it up sometimes. I think Renardo Green just has to hold his head because that penalty he got, that was on third down. We were getting him off the field. He already jarred with the guy once. No need to go back and do it again. Especially a teammate was trying to pull him off too. So that was rough. But it was good to see him.
the second person.
It was good to see him get bench, come back, and play well.
Right.
That was a good sign of maturity there. So I like that about him. And Chase Lucas and Darrell Luter Jr. both got on the field in this game, and they both played well. It's like it's good to see these backups getting in there and playing well. And lo and behold, playing a guy out of position, you can't play Nick Martin out of position. Did anyone notice that when our middle linebackers all went down, who went on the field for the middle linebacker position in nickel coverage? It was Luke Gifford playing out of position. Isn't that something? So you can play a linebacker out of position. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, Nick Martin had a pretty decent game the other day too.
Nick Martin got into the game at the end of the game, and look at him flying around, hitting people and making plays.
Yeah, I think he had like 10 tackles or something like that.
Yeah.
He can't get on the field. Why?
Yeah.
See ball, go get ball. See man, go hit man. Like
make it make sense.
It's that simple. But anyway, it's good to see these young guys just grow.
They need these reps.
They need them.
Yeah, it would definitely help in the long run. That's for sure.
Yeah.
What did you guys think when they didn't activate Cleveland Farrell and instead they chose Robert Beal Jr.?
They're trying to save Farrell's promotions. You can only do it so many times before you have to sign him to the active roster.
Right.
I honestly just think they were saving it because they knew they could friggin' get away with it against the Cardinals. That's what I honestly thought, to be quite honest with you.
Okay.
That was my thought. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But me looking at it from the outside, how many? It's almost like Major League Baseball. Like you only have so many options between AAA and the majors. You can only set them up and down so many times.
Yeah.
You feel like you can get away with that with Robert Beal, probably a little bit more in Cleveland Farrell at this point, right? Because Cleveland Farrell is very familiar and very productive in this system and other places, Robert Beal's
Right.
Yeah. I
Robert
didn't
Beal.
understand it, but who am I?
Yeah, I thought about that as well. It was like they're saving the promotions for late in season when we need him because he's technically still on the practice squad, believe it or not. So
Yep.
it's that. Plus, they did say he tweaked something. So if there's ever a week that you need to save a promotion and you need to rest him, this was the week.
Okay.
Sure.
Especially with the defense that we were going to play. The
Yeah.
drop back, just allow everything underneath type of defense. Okay, let's see if we can get away with one here. And that's the kind of game you have to play. And we talk about that in terms of resting players too. If a player's a little hurt, injured, how about we rest him for a week, see if we could get away with it, and he comes back healthy. That's the roster game that's being played with him. But I don't think it's anything, negative as far as him not suiting up for the week.
Yeah, you guys are right. I mean, originally I thought like, what? But then, after thinking about it, it's like, okay, we're playing the Cardinals.
Mhm.
I mean, I like Robert Beal as a person. I think he's a really nice person, but as far as a player goes, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about that. But yeah, hopefully Cleveland Farrell's up this week. But we will talk about that. As far as the injuries go, Tatum Bethune, high ankle sprain.
Oh yeah.
He'll be out a bit.
Yep.
Eddie Pinheiro with the grade 1 hamstring. He'll probably miss a week or two. And then Robert Beal Jr. with the concussion. What are your thoughts on Tatum Bethune being out for a bit?
Ty just made the point. He kind of ruined it, I think. Gifford and Martin, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
What about Curtis Robinson?
Curtis Robinson, yeah. I think he'll replace Tatum in the middle linebacker spot. And he came in and played well. I mean, he was in on that tackle, that fumble with Justin Upton Stout, and played well. So I think he'll get his reps and do well. He's kind of been in this position before. Well, not as a starter. Only played in preseason. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does. That's all I got to say. But he's a vet. He's been in this defense for a number of years. He knows it. He should be comfortable. I'm rooting for him.
Yeah, I think you said the operative word, Ty. Should be.
Yeah.
Should be comfortable.
He looked comfortable out there on Sunday. So
yeah, he did.
I'm just hoping that translates to a full game, But
again, it like you said, should be full game, seasoned, should know what you're doing. It's good to see him out there though. That it's like, yay. But yeah, I agree with you. It's a should be situation.
I think he will do it. I just remembered he had a pick 6 in preseason. And he played well in preseason. Like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I got confidence in Curtis.
I think it's a mental set too. It's like,
yeah,
it's like it's a mental set that he has to hold on to because he does know what he's doing. It's not like he's, just thrown in there. He knows.
Yeah.
A little
right.
SOS.
So, your assessment of special teams, Maddie?
Great start with the kickoff return. What the hell on the blocking for field goals and extra points? Like, what's going on here? What is that? And the rest of it, like, not a negative, right? Which is literally all I ever ask for it. So get the line fixed. Whatever's going on with this line, whether it's a low kick, whether it's the line, I don't.
Line
That's what
blocking.
you have your special teams coach diagnose and fix. Get that straightened out, and things are going pretty damn peachy, to be quite frank with you. I'm sure Matt Gay will be fine. People leave Washington and all of a sudden figure out their career. So I don't understand why Matt Gay can't be any different. So
What do you think, Ty?
Yeah, they're kind of up and down. It was weird. Some great returns, some great kick coverage. Well, punt coverage. They did allow that one long kick return. That was like, freaking Greg Dortch. Seems like every game he gets us for something. And then, like Matt mentioned, the line blocking, which has been kind of an issue all year long. Like,
Yeah,
seeing offensive linemen get knocked on their butts is not cool. Like, I understand they can't move much and everything else, but there's got to be something you could do to prevent that. So that's something they got to work on. But overall, I thought special teams had a really good game. I thought, you win on all three phases, and they definitely contributed. They held themselves up very well. So we just need more of that.
Exactly.
what do you think, Dina?
Yeah, like Ty said, we need more of that. And they were kind of like, to me, hot and cold. You start off well, and then all of a sudden there's a bonehead play done, and it's like, what? Something that you would think automatically would happen, that they would do, and it should, the momentum should be there, and it's just like, like you said, you let somebody run down the field. It's like, seriously? But yeah, other than that, they were like, back and forth, off and on. But bottom line, they accomplished what they wanted to do, but not to what I think their expectation should be. And I think it's a growing process. I think they're going to keep getting better and getting better. And like Maddie said, once you find that line, find the line and do what you have to do. But other than that, they did pretty good. They did pretty good. But again, I think it's going to just be, again, continuity. Got to keep on rolling.
Sorry. I was going to say, it was awesome to see Sky Moore break one, though.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've seen some good returns from him and Curtis Robinson, but to see a guy just finally like kind of break one upfield.
Yeah,
get deep down there. That was awesome, especially to start the game.
Yeah,
That's how you get the crowd rocking, and the faithful was definitely there. So that was awesome to see.
That was awesome to see. But then all of a sudden you see something that just almost takes the wind out of your sails. You're like, why? But other than that, it was pretty good.
The blocked attempts made it like, did it for me. I was kind of like, come on, but like Maddie said, they gotta fix whatever's going on, because that can't keep happening. That leaves
I was led to
points
believe
off the
that was a
board.
Jake Moody problem.
Well, in the past, we blamed all that on the kicker. Are we still doing that?
That's what I was
Is it all
asking.
Eddie Pinero's fault?
That's what I'm curious about.
Let's keep that same energy.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter that the offensive lineman got knocked on his butt. It's the kicker's fault.
Yeah.
He's got to block too and kick it.
Oh, he's too busy jawing with Calais Campbell to,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Where's all that energy?
There is none.
All right, let's go. Let's go game balls. Maddie, who do you think?
Brock Purdy, George Kittle, Giamador Lenoir.
Usual suspects.
Like and it's because it literally is them, right? Like,
yeah,
you used your tight end one, like he's the tight end one. It's craziness to me. Like, just thank you so much. Thank you, Brock, for also that cool stat I saw this week, like Brock and Kittle are like one of the highest rated combinations ever, like in terms of like quarterback rating when thrown to one person. That's pretty great. It shows you that he is able to see things that other people are not, which is why he is so important to this team's present and future.
It shows you Kittle doesn't drop shit. He's got really good hands.
Yeah,
that's what that means.
And
Kittle's
is
got
able
the best hands on the team. I will die on that hill.
and is
Yeah,
able
I
to put
agree.
himself in positions to where he can pick up that extra couple of yards that he needs, right? It's very
Yeah.
rare that George Kittle finishes a yard and a half short of a first down.
Mhm.
Yeah, I agree.
Mhm.
For me, it's Brock Purdy did well in his first game back. George Kittle with his 2 touchdowns, CMC with the hat trick, Diamador Lenore with the interception, Malik Mustafa with the interception, and Upton Stout with the forced fumble. Go ahead, Dina.
Brock, Kittle, Lenore, Moore. I gotta give the guys props for making that run. I had one more person. I can't think of it now. Isn't that something? It stole my action. Yeah, Brock, Lenore, Kittle, Moore. Who the hell else was it? I can't remember now. But those 4.
All right. Ty?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Spencer Burford and Ben Barch. You know, it's not easy what they're doing, but they're freaking making it look good. They're playing at a high level. So kudos to them, solidifying left guard. Yeah,
Big
hats
Trent
off.
must be happy.
You know, Big Trent's got to be happy. So I got to give a hat off to them. I'm going to give on the defensive side the entire secondary because they were put in a position of, you know, you got to cover. You got to cover from afar and you got to cover wide. And they made it happen. And they played some excellent football, some awesome techniques.
Yeah.
Even like the big play Stout gave up, he was there. He was right there.
Right there.
I think if he didn't lose his balance, would have been able to jump better. That would have been, you know, he could have followed through on the play, got a PU on that. But they played excellent. So I got to give my hat off to all those dudes. And Scott Moore for the big return. Happy for him.
Speaking of Upton Stout, he was actually on Richard Sherman's podcast.
Yeah, I got to watch that.
I thought that was kind of cool. You know, Richard Sherman giving him, you know, pointers and, you know, and stuff like that. I think that's huge. All right, moving on.
Hey, Sin.
Hey, Sin.
What's up, Sin? Moving on to the Carolina Panthers. Primetime game, Monday Night Football.
Monday night.
Home game. Hopefully, like Maddie said, we don't do the whole win-loss thing. Each game going forward is extremely important.
Yes.
Game plans to beat the Carolina Panthers, Ty.
I think you'll see something similar defensively to what you saw this game. They like to push the ball downfield. Remember, Dave Canellis was with Seattle all those years when they had Russell Wilson and company, and they like to push the ball downfield. They like to run the ball. So obviously stopping the run, we always going to say that. And Rico Dowdle, who was with the Cowboys, has found a new home in Carolina, and they're running the ball effectively. So it'll be something similar to the Arizona game plan. Stop the run, protect deep, nothing cheap, nothing deep, etc. Offensively, they're kind of bad on defense.
Yeah.
They really can't stop the run. They really can't stop the pass. So it's like, just do what we do. I mean, just last week, they had trouble containing Bijan Robinson. Well, Bijan Robinson is CMC light. Let CMC go off. They also have trouble with tough runners. So get Brian Robinson Jr. on the field, get him some tough yards, wear down that defense. That'll open things up.
Yeah.
I did my best to see who they have that could cover George Kittle. I think if they double team George Kittle, he'll still get open. It just, yeah. So this could be a George Kittle game, 10 catches, 100-some yards, 3 touchdowns if we wanted to. But diversify the passing game, spread it around because we got too many weapons for them. So repeat what we did on Sunday. Just keep more of that coming.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we get everybody involved this game. Because Ty, like you said, on their defense, there's really nobody.
No.
And to pressure Bryce Young, Big Ron Young is horrible under heavy pressure.
Yeah, yeah. Very good
Um,
quarterback, but doesn't like pressure. Small guy, doesn't like that pressure in his face. So definitely, if you could just get near him, he could get the happy feet.
What do you think, Dina?
Yeah, we play the same way that we did this past Sunday. A little tighter on our coverage. I'm not that familiar. I know Carolina is a pretty team, but I haven't been really keeping up on them. I know their offense really is not that good. And you're saying, Ty, that their defense sucks on almost. So that's in our favor. I'm thinking it's going to be a yes, Ron. Run the damn ball. Yes. Run the ball. And I want to see pressure.
I mean, I don't think they're going to overlook the Panthers, by any means, because it's
Not at all.
any given Sunday. In this
Not at
case,
all.
any given Monday night.
Oh no, I don't take them for granted. No.
Yeah.
No.
They have
but
three
just-
very good young receivers who can get
Yeah.
downfield, and they like to push the ball downfield.
Right.
So you
I
gotta
know.
look
I'm
out
not
for
taking
that.
them for granted,
And
please.
work stuff
No.
underneath. So they're no slouch. They could put up points,
No, I mean,
but they're
anytime.
inconsistent in their play.
Right.
Right.
But,
So
you
we
hear
need
a
to
lot
be
of
on our
people
P's
saying
and
that.
Q's.
Yeah, but you hear a lot of people saying, oh, they're not that good. They're not that good. But see, they're the ones that you got to watch out for.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can't slouch on anybody. But, all I'm saying is do like we did this past week. I think this is going to be a Kittle game.
What do you think, Maddie?
I always get concerned on a week when it really should be a George Kittle game that they decide to keep him in as the, sixth blocker for whatever reason, because it's happened over the years and it's never made any sense to me. So I'm trying desperately to not hope for that, right? But I also know that Bryce Young is not going to throw for almost 450 yards again this week. I feel pretty confident in that fact. I do not expect that to happen. Bryce Young is not Jacoby Brissett. Um, this this is a perfect team for Robert Saleh to be able to scheme against and create some things and really build some confidence for other stuff. Carolina's not terrible. They're not as bad as they've been.
No.
They're trying to find their way, but they need a little bit more talent and they need a little bit more time, and they're just not quite there yet. And they'll find it out. This is a big game for them. They don't get a lot of Monday Night Football games for Carolina.
Right.
I bet a lot of people thought this game was going to be flexed. Honestly, I bet a
Flexed
lot
out,
of
yeah.
people. Yeah, I bet if you polled people at the beginning of the year and said pick one game off the Monday Night Football schedule you think is going to be flexed, I bet a bunch of them would have said the Carolina game for sure. But it isn't. This is a big game for them, so I expect them to show up.
Yeah.
I expect them to, do their thing, but at the same time, I expect that the 49ers are the better team with better talent and a better coaching staff. So I would expect them to win, especially with them being at home. So,
Yeah.
if this is a team that is capable of winning a Super Bowl, and it sounds crazy, right? Like with all the injuries and everything else, but if you really look top to bottom, unless you have to honestly, unless you have to go to like Philadelphia in round one, there's a lot of paths for the San Francisco 49ers to get back home for the Super Bowl.
Heck yeah.
I mean, if
So
things
you're
stayed
saying
the way
there's
that,
a chance.
that I am saying there's a chance. Whether they get in as the 5 seed, the 6 seed, the 7 seed, there's plenty of options for them to go on the road and go to places that they've won before and move forward, right? And they're in a very unique position where, okay, the 49ers don't have a home game in the playoffs. Okay. almost every one of those stadiums are going to have a home field advantage, right? Maybe not Seattle, maybe not Philadelphia, but you're going to have plenty in Seattle. You have plenty in Philadelphia. You go to LA, there's a home game, right?
Yep.
That's pretty much a home game. Tampa, like just go up and down the line. Like it's not they have a very unique advantage in that scenario. So if they don't win the division for whatever reason, they're still not far away. I mean, to me, they're still one of the top four teams in the NFC right now, and that's all you
Yeah.
need to do to get to the Super Bowl. It doesn't matter. There, people can argue things or whatever, right? The year the Rams won the Super Bowl, they probably weren't even the best team in the NFC, but they made it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they managed to take on a Cincy team that had no offensive line. It was a perfect matchup for them.
Yep.
Sometimes it's just what it comes down to, right? So it's all about matchups, and I feel like they match up with just about everybody. They can't keep losing people though. They got to start gaining more people back versus losing more people. They can't just
Yeah.
keep dropping it off each week. And last week seemed to turn a little bit of a tide, right? Yeah, they did lose some people, but like they are starting to gain some people back at the same time, right? Starting to fill the ranks back in a little bit. So
Sin says, just remember the 2011 New York Giants.
Mm.
yeah, same deal. 2007 New York Giants. There's a lot of different teams that you could go through. The 2005 Steelers. Like there's a ton of them. There's a ton of it. 85 Patriots. They ended up going to lose to the Bears in the Super Bowl, but like weird matchups, right? And they just happened to match up perfectly with every team they played. Like it's one of those deals. So
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Sin wants to know what we think about Carolina's tight ends.
Whoa. This is a family show. Come on now, Sin.
yeah, what are we?
There's young nieces and nephews that watch this
I
channel.
feel like
My
I
goodness.
feel like someone's supposed to pay like $6.99 to view this post, right?
I
Like,
know.
like is this censored? Like, I don't. We're talking about tight ends.
Can we talk?
Unbelievable. Wow,
Welcome to Only Niners.
spicy cinnamon, nice, spicy.
No, to answer the question, to be serious for a moment, they got that one tight end.
Jatavian Sanders or
Yeah,
Tommy Tremble.
Tommy Tremble is the guy I was thinking of. Who looks explosive, but he's been inconsistent from what I've seen. Like I said, very inconsistent, this offense. So it's like, do we really have to worry about him? I don't think so. We have trouble with tight ends, we know, but we've had trouble with good tight ends. Right?
Okay,
The Trey
yeah.
McBrides. The Trey McBrides of the world, not the Tommy Trembles. So I think we'll be okay.
What do you think, Maddie?
Yeah, Jatavian Sanders and Tommy Tremble are both really good athletes that are just not super consistent tight ends. They're like a poor man's Evan Engram.
There you go. Perfect.
Really?
Yeah, and I think that's probably being kind. Remember, I mean, I don't know if you guys watched the Colts the last few years before they got Ty Warren. Similar scenario, right? They've got 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends, right? And they're all the same, right? Like one's really good at blocking, the other's really good at catching.
Yeah.
One's really good at motion and doing like, offensive pass interference kind of, like the other one's good on the goal line. They all have their like unique little quirks, but none of them are really well rounded, but they're all kind of the same level in terms of potential and everything else, right? Like that's what Sanders and Tremble remind me of. They have plays where I'm like, damn, they should really utilize them more. And then there's other times where I'm like, okay, I see why they're not utilizing them more.
Yeah.
Never mind. So they're just
Okay.
they're those kind of tight ends. Neither one of them is going to become an all-pro anytime soon, is what we're saying here. So I'm not too concerned about any of that unless we lose every single linebacker, which, for this team is not out of the question in a game. So
All right, X factors. Dina, go ahead.
X Factor. Defense. Defense. And my other X factor, I gotta give it to your man. I gotta give it to your man. I mean, it just brings out that kind of exuberance and those Gumby Inspector Gadget hands. So yeah, he's my X factor. You know, yeah, that's all I can say about that.
I'm going to go the secondary because I think the interceptions continue. And I am also going to go George Kittle. What do you think, Ty?
Offensively, I'm going to say Ricky Pearsall. Ricky did get open on Sunday. He just didn't get the ball. So I think his route running will play dividends. I think Kyle will dial up some plays for him, just like he did on Sunday. And I think we'll execute better for him just to get him the ball. So I think he'll have a good game. And defensively, I'm going to go with the coaches. Robert Saleh and Gus Bradley know this offense. They know what to expect. They know they should know it. So they should be able to come up with a good game plan to just shut this thing down. Like we should see another 16, 17 point outing out of Carolina, which would be great. So I'm looking for them to step up and, just come up with a great game plan.
I think with Ricky Pearsall, I think, with it being his first game back, I think as time goes on, his targets will increase.
Well, hold up. Just to mention that for a second, we have to remember the pecking order.
Well, right. But what I mean is they're kind of like easing him in because he was injured. Like they kind of did the same thing with George Kittle in a way. When George Kittle was coming back with the hamstring. I get the pecking order, but that's my opinion.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, Maddie.
Matt Gay, because and I know, and we all know that if you sign a kicker, the week that you sign the kicker, you're going to need him. It's just one of those deals.
We ain't going to need him. We're going to score 7 touchdowns.
All right. Well, I hope that's the case, but I will definitely be putting him on there. And then the other one I would say is Brian Robinson Jr. I think if Brian Robinson Jr. has a really good game, then it's going to equal out to the 49ers winning pretty comfortably. I think if Brian Robinson Jr. is not used, I think this will be a back and forth affair. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to that hurry up offense in the 2-minute warning. And Dina, you're up.
Why is it always me?
You got to go at some point.
Okay. Again, run the damn ball. Stay tight. Be cohesive. And I know that we will do this. Especially, we got our main guy out there again. We did last week. And run the ball. We got it.
All right. Congratulations to Juice. He played his 200th career game. That does not include the playoffs.
I saw that.
Shout out to the chat. You guys are great as always. Thank you to Faithful Gear. And as always, go Niners. Go ahead, Ty.
It's Fred Warner's birthday.
Yes.
Well, happy birthday, All Pro Fred.
Yay.
I put on this shirt today. Did not know that, but just a coinky dink. It was in the air. So happy birthday to him. I think we've hit that turning point with the switch has been flipped, and we're starting to see just some consistent 49ers football from here on out. So despite everything, I think you'll see this team slowly start to roll. So this is a real good time to start paying real good attention to this team. Go Niners and stay faithful, everybody.
Okay, Maddie.
I've only got 2 sets of tickets left.
Which game?
Bears game and the Seahawks game. And the Seahawks game, of course, is going to be huge for playoff seeding, maybe even for the division. Who knows? NinersWO.com.
All right. That does it for us. As always, as Big Ron says, go Niners.
Go
and
Niners.
We'll see you next week. Same time. And
Next Wednesday?
Same channel.
Yes. That's it for us. See ya.
See you, everybody.
And of course, for the upstart 49ers, they're 6 yards away from Pontiac. 3rd and 3.
We'll see a pickup sometime on the right side, possibly.
Montana looking, throwing in the end zone.